I would say cave implementation of this is definitely have a step counter, definitely be specifically aware of how much you're getting every day and make a conscious effort towards 10,000 or greater as a base level. 15,000, even better. 20,000 means you're really then achieving a non-sedentary state of being. Every single phone call I took was walking. My desk was elevated and I was walking, or I'd make conscious efforts to walk back and forth between my desk and keep my papers in specific areas. If you're in a cubicle, it's like you can stand at your cubicle. You can drop and do 15 burpees every time you complete a task. A couple things. One is like, when you do notice that you're off the path, like how do you know to get back on? What are those key metrics? What are those solid metrics that you know to get back on? And for me, implementing the 10,000 step rule, or like putting my step counter back on and starting to measure that, made me more active. I can tell my thought process is better. I'm less likely to use junk modalities. It becomes routine. I get up and move. Guam every single day, get up and move. It's helped me deal with issues in my life, getting out and moving, and like using that as the metric. It's like I'm a slave to the metric. I'm a slave to that. I'm not a slave to sitting around stewing in my thoughts. And then you notice a change. It's like some of my best cognitive activity is on these walks. I was reading about this student, Ibn Battuta or something, set out from this whole pilgrimage to Mecca, started with his like 3,000-mile journey. And then he spent 29 years of his life traveling, covering 75,000 miles. A rite of passage in Aboriginal communities in Australia. What's it called? A walkabout. They spend 6 months in the wilderness, executing a temporary mobility modality, which is a nomadic lifestyle that does not establish a permanent residence and includes a significant amount of movement for religious observance. There's something to it. There's something to the modality of walking every single day, and making sure that you're on your feet as a bipedal hominid, as a human being, a Homo sapien. It's like, if you want to get back to your core state of being, or this back to basics, it starts with something basic like that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is the most basic of basic. And, in the name itself, hunters and gatherers, how do they achieve hunting and gathering? Well, it wasn't by a Tacoma 4x4. It was two legs and let's go. And so I think I couldn't think of one reason why not to walk more during the day. And I got a feeling that, I consider myself an active guy. And looking at that, and every Friday I go on my run, and it just made me reevaluate. Well, maybe I'm not active enough, and maybe I can carve out a little bit of time every day. Now, granted, my walks are maybe 45 minutes, and that counts about 4,500, about 5,000 steps, I think. So about coming in halfway, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? And I think that's for anybody to think about. It's like, well, if that's what you can do it. Of course, I'm doing other activities throughout the day, jujitsu or, weight training or whatnot. So it's not just a stop there, but I could think of like one reason why movement, walking shouldn't be done on a daily basis. And I can't think of any compelling reasons as to how it would harm you or degrade your life in any way. And in fact, like I'm interested in the ways that might make life better. Now, obviously, you pointed out the cognitive benefits of walking, and as a meditation, as a way to think better or more effectively or be inspired. And I think all those are very true. And I was also thinking about, well, what about the mechanisms of healing itself? Not just for the mind healing, but also for the body, just this. Once again, I spend most of my day in a sedentary, I have a standing desk, so I do alternate between standing and sitting, but really most of the day I'm in a fixed non-moving position. Now, by adding in more of that time spent in active, like your joints are moving, they're being bathed, their fluids and whatnot, and collagen turnover is increased by this movement. So I would bet there's also probably cool, and I can't confirm this exactly, but just based off of my rudimentary understanding of collagen turnover and protein synthesis and just healing in general, just increasing blood flow is going to help you heal faster. So just the benefits, I think, go on and on. It's like, just go walk every day.